This is the hands-on review of Radial-G Racing Revolved for Daydream VR. Hi and welcome to this hands-on review of Radial-G Racing Revolved for Daydream VR. My name is Sebastian and this channel is called Daydream District, bringing you the latest and greatest of Daydream VR. So if this is your first time here and you would like to stay up to date about anything Daydream VR, consider subscribing. Radial-G is a racer, finally a new racer for Daydream VR, and it claims to be the fastest game in VR. You can get it for €6.99 off the Daydream Play Store, and it should be around the same in US dollars. Radial-G is a sci-fi racer, just like for example Wipeout, and I'm very excited about this one because first of all I love racing games, then I love racing games in VR, and we don't have so many racing games on Daydream VR yet, so it's great to have some variety next to, for example, Need for Speed No Limits VR. So let's check this one out together. I'm now in the tutorial section since I have never played this game, and well, the tutorial section basically consists of a couple of slides, 11, and now let's check how it works. During the race, hold the controller horizontally. Steer left and right by tilting. Okay, so steering works with tilting. Normally I'm not such a big fan of tilting controls, but let's see how well this works here with Radial-G. So press and hold the trackpad to pause the game, that makes sense. If your controller becomes misaligned, you can revert it by holding the controller hold button, yes of course. Combat mode arms you with devastating weapons. To obtain a weapon, drive over the weapon pickup points. Alright, that should work very well. Okay, so the orange ones are the weapon pickup points and you simply have to drive over them, and then there's the action button in order to shoot. Looking forward to do that. And here slide number 10 is the weapons list, and now this is the last slide, and now okay, I think I'm equipped now. Let's go into play. Career race, lap attack. You know what, I'm going to do a race first. Just want to jump into a race. I can select the ship here. In the very beginning I have 2 ships. There are more ships that I can probably unlock, but now let's go with this one first, the Hound. This one looks good. Next is the track selection. This is Dead Zone Alpha, looks like a simple track. Then Theta, oh this looks very complicated. Let's go for the simple one first. Now I have some race options, game mode, number of laps and so on. Okay, just okay. I simply want to get into the racing now to show you how this one looks like. Radial-G actually is not a new game. It has been available on the Oculus Store and for Steam VR for quite a while, and now we're lucky enough that it was launched on Daydream VR. As always in these hands-on reviews, I'm going to play the game for at least 10 minutes if I like it. If I really like it, I'm going to play it a bit more. But then I'm going to let you know what are my first impressions and would I buy it myself, yes or no. So let's go into the race now and start the race. My very first impression, even before the game starts, everything looks great, polished, and I can't wait to see if the game actually delivers on the promise to be the fastest VR game ever. Now, the interesting thing about Radial-G Racing Revolved is that the tracks are laid out around a tube, I would call it. And you can ride along this tube and you will stick to it during the race. And this is a very cool gameplay mechanic. Then, as you can tell, you have these green boosters. And well, you should not get into these red zones that you just saw before, because that will stop you down. And now my very first impression playing this is really nice and really fast. Wow, incredible. Fantastic. Very nice, and I feel like wow at the moment, and just wow. I simply love racing games, and I love them even more in VR because you're so immersed into this. Racing games are simply fantastic in VR. Now, you know I rated the Need for Speed No Limits VR very high. However, I feel that this game is much faster than Need for Speed No Limits VR. Of course, this is only my very first impression, but definitely it's full of action and really fast. As you can tell, we also have these ramps here which will make you jump, Then we have these zones, these red zones that you shouldn't get into it. And yeah, those boosters. And later in the game, I'm also looking forward to go through these orange weapon pickups, which will allow me to pick up weapons and shoot at the enemies. Now, the game mode that I chose now is a simple race, but after this is finished, I'm also going to check out the career mode and see how that works. But so far, wow, really, really cool, fantastic. As what the controls are concerned, just as you saw in the tutorial, I'm now holding the Daydream motion controller horizontally, and I'm using the tilt motion controls in order to steer my racer. So normally I don't really like these kind of tilting controls, but now in this first race they worked well enough. Anyways, I would love to check this out with an analog stick. Not sure if this is supported, but probably for the full review I can give this a try. It seems like that for each race you get experience points, and I just got my first experience points. Great. Now let me quit this and let me check out the career mode here. While this one loads, I can ask you, do you like racing games? Do you like sci-fi racing games? And if yes, what are your favorite ones? Please do let me know in the comment section below. So let's check out career mode. Play, career, and now I have to select my ship, the Hound I had been using before. So this time I should check out the other ship. So let's check this one now, and let's click on OK now and go to the game. And yes, indeed, for this racer, as you can tell, the cockpit does look a bit different. And I like this cockpit view. Why do I like it? Well, you always have this frame of reference. So even this game is so fast, you always have this fixed frame of reference, which will prevent you from getting motion sick in VR, which is great. Oh my goodness, look at this action. It's incredible. And even though this game is so fast, it does run very smooth. So if you see a couple of frames dropping, that might be because I'm also streaming this via Chromecast to be able to record the gameplay. So actually I did also check it out without streaming this, and it was even smoother. So this is a super fast game indeed, also on Daydream VR. Now, this first race here in this career mode was very fast because actually it was an elimination race, and I passed. Great. In career mode, there are different types of races. So elimination, for example, championships and battle. So you won't feel bored at all. There's here you can tell what kind of racing modes there are. So you won't feel bored at all when playing the career mode. So now let's go for the next race and check this one out. And we already reached the 8th minute of this hands-on review, but I can tell you I want to play this much longer actually than those 10 minutes. So that is a very good sign for Radial-G Racing Revolved. Now the next race is starting. Let's check this one out, and I think this is a combat racing type, so which means I should be able to shoot at the enemies. What I have to do now, I have to drive over the orange weapon pickups, and I do think I have just driven over them. And yes, I can shoot now, and I just shot by clicking on the add button. I really like this game so far. There's so much action, and especially the speed in VR is fantastic, and it will not make you sick because you have this frame of reference with the cockpit. Fantastic. And check this one out. I was just driving on the wall. I don't know how this happened, but I was just driving at the wall, and now I'm back. But oh, now I'm again driving on the wall. It's so cool. What cool ideas they came up with here with this game, and now I'm dead. So Radial-G does quite pose a challenge, because there are sections like this one here where you're not on this tube anymore, but you are on a road section, and you must stay on this road or you will fall down. And now the controls are getting a bit tricky. I told you I'm not the biggest fan of these tilting controls. They do work well, but however I would love to play this with an actual wheel with force feedback, but probably I'm asking a bit too much here for the Daydream VR platform. Anyways, it's still incredibly fun, and this combat mode where you shoot at your enemies is great. So much fun. Fantastic. But now I got hit by one of the enemies, and well, this is part of the game, I suppose. So let's finish this now. And you cannot drive into these red zones because it will slow you down. It's like if you're hitting the brake. So go for the green ones. And again, oh no, again, do not go into the red zones. Go for the green ones. They will speed you up. And also, if you click on the touchpad, if you click up, this will give you a boost as well. But it will also make your shield go down. So it will be easier for the enemies to shoot at you and to destroy you. Now what's also really nice here about the cockpit, oh, that again. What's nice about the cockpit is that you can always check out your own position. So now I'm on the 3rd position. Hopefully I can get at least to the 2nd position, if not the 1st. Yeah, probably not. My skills are not really great here in this 2nd race, but let's see. Oh, I like this game a lot. It's so fast and so comfortable, yet so comfortable thanks to the cockpit. Oh, here's the section again where I can go to the wall. If I hit those blue arrows, those blue arrows, yes, I hit them now, and now I'm on the wall. And then I will later go back again to the tube here. I think here, yes. This is so inventive and so well done, and everything is simply fast, and wow. I'm pretty much excited about Radial-G Racing Revolved. We are already getting close to minute number 12, so I should stop this hands-on review and I should let you know about my first impressions of Radial-G Racing Revolved. And as you could probably tell from these 12 minutes, oh my goodness, I really love Radial-G Racing Revolved. Would I buy this game? Yes, I would buy this game, and you should buy this game too if you are into racing games and if you're into really good, fast racing games in VR. This is good. Would I say this is better than Need for Speed No Limits VR? My first impression is yes. This is much faster than Need for Speed No Limits VR, and so far I love it. Of course I have to play this game much longer for my final thoughts, but for now I can tell it's so fast, there's so much action, it's so polished, it looks so good, and it's so fast again. It's great. So for €6.99, this is a steal and you should indeed get it. So that's it for my first hands-on review of Radial-G Racing Revolved for Daydream VR. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you have not subscribed to Daydream District yet, do so now. Keep on daydreaming and see you in the next video.